Hi YouTube, it's Miss Punkerella, and I'm back with another horror movie haul. I have an entire box actually, that's not all of them. So yeah, I've been collecting still. So I'm gonna show you the great new additions to my collection. Sorry I just haven't really done much lately on here. I'm doing a horror movie haul again, and that was the last thing I uploaded, but I'm out of ideas. So if you guys have any ideas of what you want me to do on my YouTube channel, comment them because I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm struggling to come up with them. Like, I'm very creative, but I don't know YouTube was. I don't know anymore. So, yeah, I might do a video soon. It won't be for a while, but I am kind of working on a secret renovation project in the house. It's not my room, that's for sure. But, yeah, I am working on something to do with the arcades that I have, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I've got a whole new stack of horror movies. I don't mean new, I just mean they're new in my collection. They're definitely not new, they're old. Okay, so the first one we have is Stephen King's The Night Flier. This was really hard to get, okay? And I don't think it is. I see people pawning this off on eBay for way more than it should be. And then you can literally get it off places like Walmart sometimes for $10. So I really wouldn't pay more than that for it, even though I see people listing it for a lot more. There's two different cases. I really wanted this case with the vampire on it because there's a case that's like this without it, and it's just a plain. Because you don't actually see him for quite a while into the movie, and I feel like if you I don't know, you just kind of don't realize it, and then when you see him, you're like, oh my lord. I don't know. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched this. That's one of the reasons why I got it, because I want to rewatch it. So, which I haven't done yet, and I've had it for a while. But basically, he's a vampire that travels by plane. So if you're into that, it's a good one. It's not super long. I can't remember. It's not even gonna say. I hate it when they don't give you important details on the back. But anyway, it's a really good one. Definitely give it a watch if you haven't, because the makeup alone is super cool, and it's quite the original plot for a vampire movie from my recollection, but I haven't watched it in years because it's impossible to find it. It's not on any streaming sites ever either that I've seen. I mean, I live in Canada where we just don't really have very good streaming, but maybe it's somewhere that I don't know about. Next, we have Subspecies 3 Bloodlust. I love these movies so much. They're my favorite. I've talked about this before. This franchise means so much to me. Yes. Is it loose in there? Why is it jiggling so much? Yeah, rude. It's loose in there. Oh, it's broken inside. That's a nice feature. Definitely overpaid for that. I hate it when people sell you DVDs like that, and there's the cases are broken and stuff, and it's you charged me what it's worth, and it's got defects. Rude. Anyway, yeah, this is the third installment. I can't exactly remember because it's just the way the movies are, they kind of play out like one big movie. So I suggest watching them all, but I believe this one was more boring than the others, but it's still great. Radu, he's fine as hell. I don't know why. I just think he's super hot. Something's wrong with me. Anyway, great movies. If you like vampire, gothic, horror movies, these are the ones for you. I'm telling you, Subspecies, lots of people do not talk about it, and it's one of the greatest franchises of all time. I don't know why no one will talk about it. Next, we have one of my favorite movies ever. We have Chopping Mall. This was hard to get. They've reissued it, but to get the older DVD version of it was not easy. This movie has a different title as well in some countries, and now I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember. It's called something Killer Bots. Isn't that what it is? Killer Bots in other countries? I'm pretty sure, but if you couldn't guess, it is about killer security mall robots like that malfunction. It's the ultimate 80s movie. Definitely watch it. It's just such a great film. My favorite part of the movie, it's from 86. It tells you the time on it too. Unlike certain movies, it's a 77-minute featured film. My favorite part, other than the killer robots, you can kind of see the killer robots. It's not going to be in focus, but they're not really on the cover as much. But my favorite part of this movie, other than the killer robots, as I was saying, is there's this part where he's like hooking up with this girl. I can't remember if she's his girlfriend or whatever the hell. And he comments about how her nipples look like pepperoni. And she gets mad at him. And he's like, baby, wait, I love pepperoni. And it's just my favorite part of any movie ever. I like fell on the floor laughing. I had to pause the movie. I couldn't stop laughing. It was like literally the best part of the movie for me. I was like, I've had it with this. Next, I feel like this film is underrated. We have The Taking of Deborah Logan. Yes. Okay, now there's an image in this film that is constantly kind of used in GIFs on the internet and memes. If you watch it, you'll understand right away and you'll be like, oh, I've seen that on the internet. So, this is the UK version of the DVD that's just called The Taking. If you're having a hard time finding it, because it is getting hard to get on DVD, even though it's not really old, it's just nobody really got into it or something. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know with these. Anyway, but it's actually really cheap if you want to pick up the international version. I think I paid like $3 or $4 for it, where the US copy was going for well over 20. And yeah, the other version is just called The Taking. So maybe just try searching The Taking if you can't find the full title, which is The Taking of Deborah Logan. It was called in the US. Anyway, so yeah, it got pretty good reviews, and I agree. I think it was just crazy. Something to you. When I watched this for the first 5 minutes, I thought it was a documentary because I found it on this weird app, like that was, kind of like low budget, and I was like, oh, maybe this is a documentary about an exorcism, and I thought, I'll watch that. And then, I all of a sudden some stuff happened, and I was like, this has to be a movie. This can't be a documentary. Like, I'm that stupid. But no, it's that well done. The movie is that well done, okay? It's done in like a documentary style because they're making a documentary about this woman that has dementia. But she actually is possessed. So there's some freaky stuff in this movie. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the counter scene, I was like, girl, I've had enough. When I saw that, I was like, oh, what the fuck? That was a part that was like too much for me. I thought wasn't there snakes too? Like, nope, I draw the line there. But yeah, it's a great film. The makeup in it is amazing. Definitely worth the watch if you haven't seen it, because it's crazy. It's definitely a train wreck of a movie, like in a good way, where you're like, what is happening next? I can't look away. Next, we have something very special and rare, sort of rare, hard to get, still sealed. I did not take it out of the plastic yet. It's sealed. Like, look, never taken it out of the plastic. No one's ever opened it. Like, nope, no one's ever opened it. I am gonna open it, but, I got it recently, so just leaving it like this. Original sticker. We have Wrong Turn Part 6, Last Resort, unrated. This movie is controversial as fuck. That's why I own it. No. Okay, so I'm gonna spill all the tea on why it's hard to get this. I don't know if my movie is the recalled version or the what was issued after. I have no idea. I'm not sure if there's a way to tell. But this movie was literally recalled, and not for the reasons you think. It was recalled because at the start of the film they show a missing persons board. And one of the people in the missing persons poster was an actual missing person. So they sued the company and recalled the films and edited that part out and then reissued them. So that's why these are really hard to get a hold of, because not that many copies were issued, and I'm assuming a lot of them were destroyed, unfortunately. It's actually for real controversial. This movie is Wrong Turn. I love Wrong Turn. Like, yes, this is the best, one of the best franchises ever for me. They need to make another. I heard they're maybe making part 8 or 7 or 8. I guess 7 because there was the reboot. But apparently they want to make a 7 and 8, and I heard that like 8 was supposed to come out. This article was a while ago, this year or next year, but 7 never came out, so I'm assuming one of them's coming out soon. I hope so, because these just get weirder and weirder, and it's amazing. Like, there's a lot of really controversial stuff that happens in this, like some family stuff, we'll just say, and a lot of really disturbing kills, and there's a lot of cult-like activity and hillbilliness, and overall, people were just a little too disturbed. A lot of people hated this one because of that. They said it was too fucked up, but I thought it was like so entertaining. I was like, holy fuck, this is crazy. Also, I liked how it was filmed in a castle in Bulgaria. I think it was Bulgaria, I'm pretty sure. It's really cool. The scenery in it is amazing. They filmed, I think, 2 or 3 of the movies over there in Europe. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's supposed to be Virginia, but you know, I think one of them was filmed in Virginia. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, definitely watch all the Wrong Turn movies. I swear, you won't regret it, okay? I promise. They're that good. Next, I have this. This is pretty cool. I've never actually seen this before, but I found it late at night, and I did have like 1 or 2 of these movies already individually, but I saw this and I was like, well, whatever, I'm just gonna get it. This is a UK version of all the Halloween movies. It is called the Halloween Collection, and I just love this cover art. It's very ominous. Am I saying that right? I don't actually care. Yeah, it's kind of like basic, but like really to the point. And this includes a total of 5 movies in this one Bible-sized case. Yeah, it's pretty thick compared to your standard DVD, so like get some room on your shelf. These are extremely expensive, by the way. Good luck finding it. I didn't know. I just picked it up on this used site through the UK when I was looking for stuff I can't find for my collection, because I collect US and like UK because I have an international DVD player and they're cheaper. And this came up, and I've seen it on eBay since I got it for like a lot of money, and I'm like, well, that was a good deal because I paid like $3 for this, and they're all there. We have Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, and Halloween 5, Revenge of Michael Myers, all included in here. And it's not like what you think. I'm just gonna show it. Normally I don't show you guys the inside unless it's super cool. They're just all stacked like that, so it's kind of an inconvenience and scary because you have to like push them all out to get what one. If you want to watch Halloween 5, you're gonna have to really dig, but it's super cool. Like, and they all fit in there, and I'm like, well, okay, hypothetically this takes up less space than 4 DVDs would, so it's a good way to go. But I've heard it's not the easiest to come across. But I think it's great for any horror collection. If you see it cheap, definitely grab it. It's worth it. Next, we have Strangeland. This movie is really, really great. I heard about it for like 100 years, and I hadn't watched it, and I finally got around to watching it, and I don't regret watching it. It's fucking amazing. So I had to buy it. Definitely, if you haven't seen this, check it out, especially if you like kind of 90s like goth type music or aesthetic, then I strongly suggest watching this film. This movie is Dee Schneider did everything. He stars in it, he wrote it, he produced it. I think he might have even directed it. I don't even remember. He did literally everything. Everything. And he does an amazing job playing the main character. Like, he really does. It's super cool. Serial killer type 90s internet safety movie with a goth twist. And the soundtrack. Can we get started on the soundtrack? They play Marilyn Manson in this, and it's not like a single song either. It just starts off playing Marilyn Manson, then they play Pantera, they play Megadeth, Seven Dust, Cold Chamber, Soulfly. I think they even play some Twisted Sister, Head PE, like all the good stuff. Like all the good stuff. Also, if you like the kind of music, there is a scene in this movie where they show the band Bile, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that at all, and I saw it, and I was like, no way, that's cool. So, yeah, definitely check this out. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it anymore. Sort of, sometimes. I do hear a lot of people talking about it, but not as enough, you know? It's a controversial choice here, but I love it, so fuck what you guys think. The Gingerdead Man, and it's a fucking blockbuster one. Yeah, we're gonna keep the sticker on it. So yes, The Gingerdead Man. I love these movies. I really do. Like, Full Moon, they make amazing films, and I can't get over them. Movies, but I want to. I'm working on it slowly because pretty much everyone I watch, I'm like, that was my favorite thing ever. Yeah, The Gingerdead Man is the first one's the best, absolutely. It's about a serial killer who gets into a gingerbread man. What more could you ask for? Like, really, it's good. Give it a chance. Just give it a chance. The second one is garbage. The third one is pretty good, though. It's really got a lot of errors in it, but it's really good. I liked it. And then, if you're also a fan of the Gingerdead Man, you can see him in the Evil Bong franchise because he crosses over in that series quite a lot. So I don't know if he's even gonna get another solo movie. I think they're just gonna put in, but that series is, I don't know. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with him, but yeah, he's in a few other movies as well, if you didn't know that, but definitely give it a chance. I know it's like the epitome of B horror, but I love it. We have Valentine. This movie is really cool, and I got it quite a while ago, but I decided to watch it around Valentine's Day because I was like, oh, this is on point with the time of the year. I got it around Christmas time, and I was like, I don't really want to watch this until, like, because it's Christmas time, and I didn't, and I finally watched it. This movie's great. It has a really all-star cast. The girl from Scream 4 and Scream 5 is in it. One of the girls from Legally Blonde. Like, I can't even remember. There's quite a lot of people that have been in, like, other movies where it's like, oh, okay, wow. But yeah, this movie's in the vein of Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer and Urban Legend. It's that kind of a movie where it's like, who's the killer? They're the killer. No, they're the killer. No. Who is the killer? It's one of those movies. I love it. It's about this guy who's giving these girls Valentines. They're really creative. They're like, roses are red, violets are blue. When they find you, you'll need your dental records to identify you type stuff. Like, they're great. They're morbid. And then they all start kind of dying, and this guy in a cherub mask is killing them. And it's like, who is the killer? It's a really good movie. I loved it. I was a huge fan of it. And the ending shook me. I was like, no fucking way. It's one of those. Like, it was almost as crazy. I think it was on the same level as Urban Legend with the ending for me. The soundtrack on this, so cool as well. Like, I don't even know if it'll tell me on the front because I don't remember, but I remember they played they played Manson. They played Valentine's Day by Marilyn Manson in this. I think that's how I originally heard about this movie, was because he was on the soundtrack, and I've been meaning to watch it forever, and I finally got around to it. They play Static X, which I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I think they play Orgy as well, which is like amazing. Like lots of like industrial kind of metal-y goth 2000s new metal stuff in this. So it's like a preppy kind of movie, but the soundtrack's very like not like metal, so it's really cool. I liked that. Next, we have one of the greatest films. We have Battle Royale. I believe this is the Australian version of it. The covers vary a lot. I'm hoping it's the dubbed version because I am dumb as fuck and I can't follow the subtitles and look at the picture at the same time. I'm so dumb, I need subtitles when I watch English. So I really struggle with stuff that is not dubbed, unfortunately. I've tried a lot, but I just don't do it well. Yeah, so this, if you like the Squid Game, this is what the Squid Game is based off of. I'm 95% sure. This was also a manga series, I believe, too. There's a sequel to this, but I haven't been able to find it actually yet. So this movie is brutal. If you like ultra violence type movies, this one, these kind of teenagers that are in school have to go to an island and kill each other within a time limit, and whoever wins is the only person that's allowed to survive. So it's very much like the Squid Game, but better, you know? It's really good. Definitely like a whole bloodbath, and some of the stuff that happens in it is just insane. It's like, what the hell did I just watch? So definitely check this one out if you haven't. Next, we have Killjoy. We have a midnight horror collection, Killjoy 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, these are like the dual packs that Full Moon puts out. I have one for Puppet Master that I've shown on here before. Every now and then they do these collections where they'll have like a bunch of their movies in order. And I just love Killjoy. Like, I've got a Killjoy fetish, okay? Like, it's just the best. I need to watch all these movies all the time. They're so great. Like, come in my ice cream truck. I have lots of drugs in here. Like, I fucking love these movies. Basically, Killjoy was born from a voodoo, black magic type curse. And he is a demonic clown that is out for blood. We love demonic clowns. So, yeah. All of them are amazing. The second one's weaker for me, but it's still really good. But yeah, this first one and the third one are amazing. And there is a few other ones that came out after that I do not have yet. But I hope to get them because I just love these movies. So crazy thing, the guy that played, what's his name? Will it tell me on here? It's not gonna tell me. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. It's not gonna tell me. Anyway, the guy that played Killjoy in the second one all the way through to now he's actually done a bunch of other horror movies, and he wrote Dead Girl apparently, or directed it. I can't remember. I think he wrote it, which is one of my favorite horror movies. So I was really surprised to learn that. I was like, that's so cool. I love it when movies connect like that. I'm just like, yay. Okay, next. This movie was really controversial when it came out. We have Hobo with a Shotgun. This movie's great. Like, honestly, the title, a lot of people were like, why? But no, it's really good if you love like brutal action movies with lots of violence. It's like an ultra violence type of movie. It's really good. It's actually getting really expensive on DVD, so if you see it, snatch it up. I seen it for $2, and they're kind of averaging for about $17 or $18 right now, so I got a deal. Yeah, basically, he's a hobo that goes rogue against, city of violence that's very corrupt. It's a really good kind of feel-good movie at certain points, but very violent. My favorite part of the movie is when they use the song Run With Us from the Raccoons. If you remember that cartoon, you're cool. If you don't, then whatever, you can Google it. But they use that song in this, and it brought me back to my childhood. Next, we have The Neon Demon. Now, this movie is so cool. Like, honestly, it's aesthetically amazing. Like, I was shocked with like how much art was in this, and it's also like really really violent. Like, very violent. It just feels like a fever dream when you're watching the movie. Like, there's just so much to look at visually, and then like even the like killing and stuff is just aesthetically pretty. It's about this girl that's going to become a model and the struggles of that. So yeah, it's a great film. I forget half of it, I'm not gonna lie, but because it was like a fever dream, like I said, I was like, oh, the colors, and I forgot the plot, but it was good. I've gotta rewatch it. I had to buy it because it was just so good. I was like, I gotta rewatch that a lot because it was so cool. Next, sealed. I haven't opened it yet. Okay, we have this movie, Excision. Now, this is crazy. It got a lot of really good reviews. It won a Sundance Award and a Fantasia International Film Festival Award as well. I'm surprised it actually won awards because of how fucked up it is. One of the most extraordinarily odd films of the year. Yeah, no fucking kidding. Yeah, this movie's crazy. Yeah, just this girl she likes blood. She's a psycho. She just fantasizes about blood and death and bodies. And this movie has like a similar thing to Neon Demon, where it's very aesthetically art focused. Like, a lot of the fantasies she has are very like artistically laid out. Even the blood splatters are just like really cool. There's literally just scenes where there's just like bodies all like everywhere, and it's crazy. A lot of like sex and death type correlating with each other. Just, that's the best way I could describe it. And the ending is just crazy. Like, I did not expect it to go that way. Like, definitely a weird one to watch if you have time. This is amazing. The Midnight Meat Train. Oh yeah, I know the title is like, what? But no, really, the title sounds goofy, but it's not. It's like, there's so much violence. Like, I think this is one of the most violent movie I've ever seen, possibly. I could be wrong because I own hundreds of violent movies, but I think it is. Unrated director's cut. This is based off of it's a Clive Barker book originally. I don't know if the book was called the same thing. I don't know, because I don't have the patience to read much, so I obviously haven't read it. I just watched the movie. But yeah, basically there's a train, and if you take the wrong train, this guy's gonna get you. And this guy goes crazy trying to figure it out. It's kind of got like that CSI type true crime kind of drama thing. Not drama, but like, it's got that kind of a vibe, almost like Seven or whatever, where they're trying to figure out who the killer is. And the ending, I don't even know where to start with that. I was like in complete disbelief. I was on the floor. I was like, what is happening? No, I wasn't that dramatic. I was sitting on my friend's couch, actually. But I was like, what happened? So yeah, I'm still like shook about the ending. we have another sealed one. We got Alien 3. I love me some xenomorphs, okay? I know a lot of people are like, I don't like any of the Alien movies except for the first two. The rest are garbage. You're garbage, okay? Okay. Ooh, it matches my eyes. Okay. So yeah, I like all the Alien movies except for the two that came out recently. Those were garbage. Yeah, the two new ones. Oh god. But like I like 1 through 4. 3 was weaker for sure. But like how can you live up to the second one? My goodness. But it was really good and it's quite entertaining and it's definitely worth the rewatch. Because it has some cool stuff like the dog xenomorph and everything. It's pretty cool. While we're on that subject of Alien, I have also acquired the first one. The first one is great. Obviously, usually it's people's favorite. It's not my favorite. The second one's my favorite, but you know, I want to get them all eventually. I think I have the second one, like the deluxe version of it. I think I already own it. I'm pretty sure I do. Because, yeah, definitely. I have them all now. I'm pretty sure. All the good ones, at least. But yeah, it's a classic. It is a bit of a slow movie, but that was the 70s. This was the 70s, right? It came out in the 70s. I'm pretty sure. Or damn near. Yeah, it's an older one. So that's kind of how horror movies were back at the time. But, you know, it's iconic. Next, we have Bloodstorm. We have Subspecies 4, Bloodstorm. Yes. So now this one was really cool. Ooh, it includes extra stuff. Ooh. Yeah, this one was great. Definitely was like a lot going on with like the storyline, and I don't know how much of it I can really tell you without you watching the other ones, so I think you should just watch all the Subspecies movies. I'm gonna say it again, watch them all. But yeah, no, I really like this one. I thought it was great. We got something special. We got Dario Argento's Demons 2, the director's cut. How exciting. The Nightmare Returns. These movies are iconic. If you haven't seen Demons, you gotta see it. It's so cool. The makeup, super awesome in these movies. I believe these were dubbed into English, so the voices don't really match all the characters, and it's funny. It's really funny. When you watch it, you'll see what I mean. But this one's in an apartment complex from these girls having a party and the demons get loose again. I can't remember how it happens, but I remember it loosely. I have to rewatch it. But it's amazing, and you know, they're kind of like zombies, but they're demons, basically. Definitely worth watching. Now, this one's cool. We have The Dentist. Maybe don't watch it if you're afraid of the dentist. Well, actually, you know, it's from the creators of Reanimator. I didn't know that. I didn't even fine print. The things that you learn when you read the fine print. No wonder it's so good. Okay, so yeah, this movie is really cool. It's very long, actually. I think it's almost 2 hours. Yeah, it's kind of a cult classic. I feel like you can watch it even if you're afraid of the dentist because it's more about him going psycho. Basically this dentist's wife is cheating on him and he's not down with it, so he takes it out on his patients. And it just gets crazy. It's like this whole adventure of him just descending into madness. Definitely worth watching. There is a sequel to this that I haven't watched yet. It's on my to watch list. Last but not least, this is an all-time favorite for me. We have Cooties. I love this movie. It's one of the best zombie movies of all time. It's just hilarious. There's amazing gore in it as well. Basically, it's a bunch of elementary school teachers and chicken nuggets cause zombie apocalypse in children. So yeah, I'm not too fond of children. A lot of them freak me out. I don't really like them a lot. I'm like, I'm good. I don't really want to be around kids. I don't want to have any. So this movie really brings it into I'm like, that's terrifying. Just absolutely terrifying. Zombie children, like, oh fuck no, I don't want to deal with that. And the way it ends too, I'm just like, oh my god. But yeah, it's hilarious. It's definitely a horror comedy. basically they get trapped in the school full of zombie kids and they have to survive. So yeah, it's a great movie. Anyway, that is all I have in my recent horror collecting find. That made no sense, but I think you get what I mean. Yeah, so I will see you guys when I collect more. I'm planning to redo my room once I'm done with my other project, so I might just finally get to the point where I have the space, because I'm going to take a bunch of stuff out of here, yeah, that I can just lay out my entire horror movie collection with like all the action figures, which is like a fantasy of mine because most of it's in boxes, but hopefully soon. And if I do that, I will do a video on like the whole collection eventually, because I think that would be fun. Okay, bye!